Tai Lopez is arguably the most iconic scammer in YouTube history. He's the mastermind behind the classic "here in my garage, just bought this Lamborghini" clip. Throughout the years, no name has commanded less respect than Tai Lopez. He is just a clown people shoot spitballs at. He is just like the communal piñata that people used to love to hit, take shots at, like a little punching bag. And it was always good fun because he's a piece of shit. He is literally a scammer. And not many people know this, but he's actually still around. This cockroach has persisted and he still posts videos and still tries to sell courses and seminars. So I wanted to take a look at one of his more recent ones, a tour of his $100 million mansion. Except it's not his mansion, he's leasing it. And he's not trying to hide that fact either. He wears it proudly on his sleeve and spends 17 minutes coping trying to convince his audience that leasing a $100 million property is actually a galaxy brain, giga chad financial decision, and tries to convince them that leasing is better than buying in a lot of cases. It is unbelievable delusion.
So let me give you the reasons why I just leased this $100 million house in Beverly Hills. Why would I lease this for a year? Is that crazy?
It's beyond crazy. It's plain brain dead. This is plus ultra moron shit here. Leasing a $100 million property, and trying to posture it as a good thing and a smart financial decision, that is baffling. Now I know Tai Lopez is just a complete fake person. Like, he even moves around like an NPC out of GTA, like some kind of character you'd find on the street that's like falling over or getting bullied by someone. But like this, it's become his whole persona. You know, I'm oiled up in my garage, rubbing my wiener on my Lamborghini, you know, that kind of thing, like flexing these wealthy things. But this is so unbelievable to me, where he's trying to position a lease on a $100 million property as a good thing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what Felix Dennis, he had the 3 F's rule. If it flies, floats, or lease it, don't buy it.
A mansion does none of those things, except fuck you in the face. Like, I understand that this is all for show. I think there's a very real chance he's not even leasing this property, and I'll get into that in a moment. As he's doing the walkthrough, this place is more barren and empty than my fucking 16th birthday party. Like, I don't think he even leased it. I think he asked the realtor if he can just film a video in there so he could promote his seminars. The only reason he's at this property and making this video is to try and push gullible fools into purchasing his courses and attending his seminars and that kind of fucking nonsense, just to keep exploiting people.
But that's not the real reason. I'm gonna give you the reasons why I would do something crazy, because we live in a world, it's like if you lease a Lamborghini, people think, oh, this person's dumb, or they're trying to pretend, or if they lease a house, you know, this isn't an Airbnb, this is a long-term lease. People are like, oh, and I'm going, no, use your brain. They don't teach us in school financial literacy.
It's not financial literacy, it's substantial idiocy. If you used your brain for even a second, just had one neuron activation moment, you would recognize how stupid this whole thing is.
I buy farmland. I own farms. This is number one. There are things you should buy and things you should lease.
Tai loves to go on and on about the farms that he owns, and I'm confident he's never stepped foot on them for even a second past the initial handshake of purchasing it. If that's even a true story, it's impossible to know with Tai Lopez, but if he did own farms, you bet your sweet bippy he'd say, ew, yucky, smelly animals, and run away. To tie it all back to Tai's 10 commandments here of leasing, I'm going to go ahead and poke some holes into that theory here. There are things you should buy, and there are things you should lease in some cases. You know what one thing you should never lease is? A $100 million mansion, no matter how well off you are. I don't even understand this from a conceptual standpoint, because this just looks pathetic. It looks weak. And I feel even the most brainwashed of suckers would see that too. Like, let's say I'm someone susceptible to Tai Lopez's manipulation. And I'm like, Tai Lopez, he's got all the secrets to wealth. If I follow him, I'll be a multimillionaire too. And then I watch this video, I would look at Tai Lopez like a little fucking vermin for it. Because this is him paying a richer man to film content in that house. This isn't his house. He's very open about leasing this. He is paying someone more wealthy and more successful than him to ask him if he can kind of stay there while filming YouTube videos. Like, that's not a financial guru, that's a bitch.
What I also like about this house, and reason number 2, is a lease for tax purposes and deductions. If you've got a big wing of business like I do, you get better tax deductions on a lease versus a purchase. I use this little thing to separate. Actually, let's go this way first.
I love that he has the business wing sectioned off here. Why? What's happening over there? Is that where the owner is and he's fucking your girlfriend, Ty? Like, I don't understand. Who in their own home would be, like, quarantining the business wing? That'd be like me setting up an obstacle course to get into my office here. That's where I do the high-level stuff, so naturally I've got it blockaded.
Yeah, it's a sitting room, but I'm gonna put in grand piano. I like to play the piano.
You runny-nosed little worm, why are you lying to me? I know you're not putting a grand piano in there.
Number 3 is flexibility. Next reason is charity.
Yes, charity. Nothing says helping the community quite like living in a $100 million mansion that you're leasing. He's doing it for the people at the end of the day. He's not selfish. He's leasing this property because he's uplifting those around him, helping everyone that he can through this. And he stays flexible, of course. He's not married to this home. If he wants to, he can go get a $200 million lease on my fucking butthole. Like, he's got so many options.
Never just live for yourself. I call it the 50-50 rule. You should spend 50% of your life living for yourself and your family and people who depend on you, but 50% live for the good of others. So this house is amazing. I already did a big event, a charity pool party. You know, this backyard will hold 800 people, and I sold tables, and all the profit from the little tables in the back went to charity. So you can do good with a big house.
Might actually be one of the weakest arguments I've ever heard for why some narcissistic loser would lease a $100 million property. Well, actually, there's so much good you can do with a big house like this. I threw a pool party and I sold tables. I don't know what that means, full disclosure. I don't know what that... You sold tables? Is that like code for baby oil? Is this like a freak off or something? Like, I don't know what he's saying with that. But whatever. I sold tables and I gave money to charity. Okay, you could also just give the money to charity without leasing a $100 million home. Like, that home didn't help you do any of that. It doesn't make any sense what you're trying to say here. I also love how he tries to get really philosophical. Like, he's a man's man. You gotta live for yourself sometimes, but then live for others, like your family. Speaking of family, Ty, where's your wife and kids? You're pushing 50 and you still don't have a family, man. You're still on this stupid fucking grind set mentality, trying to scam people through dog shit YouTube videos and seminars like this.
Next reason to lease versus buy is maintenance responsibility. You know how expensive this house is to maintain? So I love the fact that it's like you're not responsible really for the maintenance if you negotiate your lease right.
Another great reason to lease versus buy is I'm too fucking lazy to do any of it myself, so I'll put that responsibility on the person that I'm leasing from. Yeah. Cool flex, Ty. I can't be bothered to do anything except sit here and make YouTube shorts promoting nonsense to fools. So I'll let someone else take care of, like, the actual stuff.
Pool, I like swimming is underrated, man. Jogging's hard on the joints. Swimming, there's a certain magic. You look at those people, like the Maoris, like The Rock, people from the South Pacific are in some of the best shape historically, the people who swam a lot. So I love swimming. I don't know why we still have all the ropes up, but I like to do my workouts outside when I can.
What the fuck are you yapping about, man? What? Just say you like to swim. I don't know why he's going into this whole spiel about it. I don't think he swims, for what it's worth. I just don't believe anything that ever comes out of Ty Lopez's mouth, to be honest with you. I bet he hasn't even dipped his toes into that pool, because it might be a little too chilly or something. But, like, I don't even understand why he's even going on about this. And then he says, I like to do my workouts outside, and there's like 5 dumbbells there that go up to like maybe 20 pounds. Getting a real big pump out there, huh, Ty? He is making this shit up on the spot. Like I said, I don't think he actually even leases this place. I think a realtor just granted him permission to come through while it was being cleaned for a serious buyer. Because he's just walking through, like, pointing at shit and going on these completely nonsensical tangents. Oh, yeah, I like to do my workouts outside, which is why all those heavy dumbbells are over there. A lot of ropes around here from last night's hootenanny. Yeah, we had a big shindig last night. I don't know why the ropes are still up.
Another reason, it's a great opportunity to test a place. So if you negotiate a lease correctly, you can a lot of times put that you have first option to buy. So it's a great way. This is the guest house here in the pool. I got friends that stay here. My mom, when she comes to visit, she likes to stay close but be a little bit separate. So she stays here in the pool house.
Yeah, you get to guinea pig the house for a little bit, do a bit of beta testing. Yeah, there's a pool house. I kind of confine my mom to these quarters when she's around here. She loves to come over, and I have so many friends. You guys know how many friends I have. I have lots and lots of friends, and sometimes they'll stay here too when my mom's not, taking up the joint. You know what I mean? So yeah. Also, like, he's just going around making up stories for shit. He is just spitballing lore for things that he sees, like a game of I Spy.
This is where we had the tables for the charity thing. It was pretty cool. We had the DJ over there. So this room, I'm turning, Anton's here, CEO here. He's getting some work done, but this is becoming the game room.
Is Anton even alive over there? It looks like he's out cold. You should be going over there to check for a pulse, brother. Man looks like he overdosed on chill pills. I also just don't even think Ty Lopez knows who that is. His name's probably not even Anton. He probably just pulled that out of his ass. Maybe he is the CEO of something. I don't have a clue, but to me, it just really feels like there's some random people in this house and Ty Lopez is scrambling to try and explain why they're there. Like, oh, hey, it's Jericho, hey, up top. Yeah. Good game last night. Yeah, Jericho was at the charity function last night. He donated $5 million to the charity we were partying for, and then I think he ended up having like a threesome or something. But anyway, it's great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah. Oh, yep. Nope. Another charity event next week. That's right. Can't wait. Anyway, this is gonna be the game room. Gonna be a lot of games in this room.
Super Bowl, you can open this to outside. You got your own bar here, which is kind of cool. But now I want to go back to one of the points of leasing versus buying.
I wish Anton had just shot up after hearing that. Like, what the fuck? Benefits of leasing versus buying? Are you out of your mind? Are you off your gourd? Also can't help but just appreciate that Ty Lopez talks about like the bar over there and then like slowly walks over there, fee-fi-fo-fums, just to spank it for no reason, just to slap it.
A reason that I like to do a $100 million huge house is it's easier to clearly delineate what's personal and what's business. I section it off.
What the hell is even that? One of the biggest benefits to a big house in Ty Lopez's eyes is his ability to effectively section off what's business and what's personal. Do you not have object permanence? Are you 5 years old? Man thinks if he's not in his office, it just disappears. So he has to set up these blockers to remind him, like, office on that side, that's where business is. You can't just be an adult and know that your office is where your business shit is. Everything else is your personal shit. Like, what? How dumb are you?
Change your life right here. I'm loading all my books in. I have other homes, so I'm trying to decide, do I want to buy all new books because this place got such a good library, or do I want to ship books? I have more books in boxes on one of my farms. Okay, here, as I said, one of the advantages of leasing versus buying is the business element of it. Here, this house has a ballroom. I have a lot of my C-suite, not all my employees, but I have like the leaders come.
I fail to see how that's an advantage of leasing versus buying, because you could still get that same effect through buying. If you own the house, you could still have them in that same ballroom, like your little fucking personal sweatshop here. Like, it's not like leasing helped you do that better or gave you the ability to do that, whereas buying wouldn't.
Rick Field here, one of the chief branding officers, the world's largest monitor. But yeah, this is a cool place. It's got very finely crafted kind of all of this work that they did is pretty incredible.
One thing I find very interesting is Ty Lopez walks around this house like a fucking ghost. Everyone around him treats him as if he's invisible. So he's like directly talking about Rick Field, who's in earshot. Like, he is right next to him. Ty's breathing down the shoulder. Rick doesn't even give him the time of day, doesn't look at him. Anton, another example, never even acknowledges Tai Lopez's presence, doesn't even look up at him. Neither does anyone in that room. I don't think they know Ty. I really don't.
Very important. Heidi keeps a lot of my books. Here, tú puedes poner esto on mí. The books I read, I stick in my office, so I put them all here. Esto no. I read this one. I like to go to sleep by reading 3 or 4 books. If you ain't sleeping well, don't be scrolling on your phone. Read.
Turns out Ty actually had some surprise books upstairs that he hadn't fully loaded into his shelves down there. So the books on the shelves, those are the ones that he reads. The ones upstairs, that's a totally different set of books. So he starts fishing through there. This book, and this book, and this book, and then just hands it to Heidi. And then he says he reads 3 to 4 books before going to bed. Impossible? You don't do that? I know you don't. What do you mean you read 3 to 4 books? Like maybe picture books or something where you flip through Green Eggs and Ham, perhaps, but you're not reading full books every night before bed? No shot. That's not happening.
I haven't fully even, I don't spend all my time here. California is not my main home, is somewhere else, and I also live in Europe part-time. So another reason to lease, why leased versus purchase, is I like to have multiple homes. And I feel like when you own something, you see it as your nest egg and you literally don't travel as much. I know that's psychological, but it's true.
I just cannot believe that he's saying these things on camera to his audience, because it is so clear to anybody watching this how full of shit this man is. So you're telling me you lease tons of homes apparently and live a lot of different places. You're leasing a $100 million home despite not really spending that much time here. Why? Why lease a $100 million home then? You are actually just flushing money down the shitter. The reason you'd buy multiple homes if you've reached like an absurd level of wealth is you're building equity. Like you're building things. Like you are able to make money off those investments long term. Here, you are actually just burning money. So you're bad with money is what you're admitting to here, Ty. I cannot believe that he's not able to process that.
I've got a big party coming up. By the way, I'm doing these mansion seminars in the ballroom, and I do these charity parties. So I'll put a link in the description if you want to see the calendar of the upcoming stuff.
Gorsh. Absolutely, Ty. Sign me up. Parties, mansion seminars, and a leased $100 million property. I can't wait to be taught by the master.
This place, they used to use it for like big charity events. Brad Pitt had an event here. It's pretty cool. But, you know, a lot of times if you do it right, another thing I like is you can lease homes that will never come up for sale. It's kind of cool because sometimes people don't want to sell the whole home. So for me, life is about adventure. I'm not number one, my core drive is not material things. So like I said, I like to buy farmland. Farmland's been the best risk-adjusted return. You know, I'd rather own farms that have a productive use than just homes or mansions.
Ty's serving up a full course of the Yappy meal here on the world's slowest elevator. Why does it take so long to go 2 floors? This elevator sucks. Is there just like a couple people with like a rope slowly letting it down as Ty gets in it? How is it that slow? Jesus. And anyway, whatever he's talking about in there is fucking stupid in the first place, saying how his number one motivator is not material things. Meanwhile, his whole persona is material things and presenting material things, flexing material things, and convincing his audience that they should and can get those material things through following him. You're just so full of barnacles, Ty, it's crazy.
I don't know where we are. That goes back up. And this is you could fit up to 20 cars in the garage, but my friend's staying here and just one little Lambo. I'm trying to decide if I want to get a Phantom Rolls Royce with the driver.
That's so badass, Ty. He can't decide if he wants the Phantom or the Rolls Royce with the driver. He just has so many complex decisions. I say, why not both? You got plenty of dough lying around, right? Look at you, Ty. Just get both. You've earned it, man. You've earned it. I also love it. He's like, yeah, I don't really know where we are. Of course you don't. Of course you don't know where you are, Ty. Because I don't think you actually lease this place. You just come in here because you know the realtor and he'd let you come in here and just take a fucking tour through it while presenting as if it's yours so you could sell some fools on your fucking courses to make money off of them.
But I use this a lot. It's got a really good sound system, beautiful chairs. I had the first night I moved in, like 5 friends, and we all, what do we watch? The Bourne Experiment, and it was like everybody fell asleep in the chairs. Everybody's snoring. Guys' night, everybody's sitting there snoring.
No, they didn't. You made that up. Of all the things that have never happened, that's definitely one of them. Well, like, you couldn't even think of an accurate Bourne title. There is no Bourne Experiment, goober. Like, he's just making shit up. And the amount of times he references his friends truly convinces me that he has no one in his life that's close to him. Nobody at all. Yeah, so I had, like, my friends, you know, they were here. We watched a movie. And then everyone fell asleep. They were, like, snoring and shit. And then, you know, like, my friends, they came up to me and said, "Thank you so much, Ty, for letting us stay here. You're such a good guy. And thank you, Ty, for making us millions of dollars." And then everyone clapped.
The next reason to buy is adventure. I'm an adventure guy. People always ask me, "Ty, why are you still doing business?" You know, I could have retired and had enough recurring revenue probably in like 2007 or 8. You know, why didn't I? I like adventure.
Of course. No, absolutely, Ty. He's just a real adventurous soul. And he doesn't like to be tied down by like a family or anything. He likes to do it alone. He prefers to be alone. It's his choice.
Don't be afraid to lease. As I told you at the beginning, what Felix Dennis said about the 3 Fs. So don't listen. People are financially illiterate. They're like, "Oh, if you didn't buy it, that's something wrong." Do the cost benefit analysis. Sometimes it makes sense to buy. Sometimes it makes sense to lease. If you know you want to be there for a long time, like farms for me.
Not a single convincing argument in favor of leasing over buying presented throughout this entire video. Because bare necessities. The core is that it's stupid to lease a $100 million mansion under any circumstances. It's a terrible idea. And he's trying so hard to spin it as like an alpha gigabrain financial guru maneuver. It's not, Ty. It's not. He then goes on to promote his seminars once more to try and get people through the door with their wallets out and piggy banks emptied. So just classic Ty Lopez shit, really. I wanted to make fun of it. That's about it. So yeah. Let's check out this Planet Earth 2 thing. Oh, it's Kira TV again. We watched his video on Dreamworld. How many fucking scam MMOs are there? Man, it's in full fucking swing. It's like giant crypto scams in games now, it seems. This puts Dreamworld to shame? No fucking chance. Unless this game is literally the creator goat-seeing himself, I don't understand how it could be a bigger scam than Dreamworld.
Now, if you
alleged
told me
scam.
That there was now, Earth2.io is what we're talking about right now.
Cool
and
name.
This is like,
I like
I'm
the
not
Earth
sure
sequel
exactly.
thing.
We envisage a virtual digital world on a one-to-one scale with Earth.
I love it already. I'm in.
We're
Where can I
the
invest?
same location as Earth and is geographically linked to the world we live in.
Fuck it. I'm in. Sign me
So
up.
basically, if you don't know what they're saying here, this is what it is. Literally, it's just Google Maps, but you zoom in and they've gridded the whole world off. Like every inch of the world has been turned into a grid. Somebody can just go on and buy a picture of your house. This is basically like if I went into your garden and took pictures of everything on your garden and then logged online and sold those pictures and told people they own that
So it's
it's
actually NFTs.
So it's mental.
It's an
But then
NFT
you start
scam.
reading about like this is such a rabbit hole.
That is quite
guys.
literally
It's gonna take
NFTs.
So many videos. Like, have you heard this before, guys?
What is all of this up here? Is this how, like, what is this $58.31 and it's up 58,000%? So I'm guessing this really is just like a giant NFT scam. That's what this is looking like to me. The selling of grid tiles? Holy fuck. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to own 5 plants somewhere in Iowa.
But also creating an amazing opportunity for yourself to make profit.
Oh, let's go!
Early. Get rich quick, guys. Don't miss out now. Get in early.
Easy money. It's free.
Right here.
I'm going to buy Elon Musk's house.
If you're still the Earth 2
Maybe
terrain
Alex.
engine is able to render the entire Earth with extreme detail and vegetation details not seen before in any
I
game.
believe it.
This, all with high performance.
Can I see it in action? Is that possible?
Hardware. And it
the amount of power that would be required for that,
we haven't just taken
not even the fucking Tesseract from the Avengers would be able to power that.
To point B. But for some reason, people have seen this and gone, fuck yeah, bro, where do I sign up? Where do I give you my money?
Let me pause for a second. I want to see the website. How many people have bought into this? I've said this 100 times by now. This is the perfect day and age for scammers. It has never been so easy to scam people. It fucking takes a single tweet from like a 5-follower Twitter account and you'll have people buying into it. It is so easy to fucking scam people. Selling literal rocks out of a dumpster and calling them energy rocks and shit. It is an incredible time for scammers. I just want to see how many people have bought into this before continuing. Here's the leaderboards. Oh god, no. The number one guy, I don't know what this translates to USD. The number one guy here has $575,646 in it. Let's see, what is the exchange rate from a normal USD to an EUSD? Where is the exchange rate on here? About 1.2 million people have bought into it at the moment. Here, this seems fine. I'm just trying not to like show these people's information. Where do you see that 1.2 million people use this? Let me see their Twitter. This is a big project. I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna see my Council of Cock photo with the 2 Moby Huges and get banned like Mizkif. It is crazy. It is so fucking easy for people to get scammed. Well, no, so easy for scammers to scam people. People like to think they're so fucking smart and then they'll buy into a game that says they have one-to-one rendered the real world with more detail than you could ever imagine, with technology that our species can't even begin to comprehend. Fucking crazy. I just want to see the exchange from E-dollars to normal dollars. What am I looking at? These Beyblades, or is this like a flag? Oh, they're all flags. One dumb asshole over here owns a single piece of this highway. Who bought this? Oh, hold on, you can't even see it. Who bought this thing? Yeah, I want that one lane on that highway in the middle of fucking nowhere. Whoever this is should not be allowed to use money again. I just want to see the going rate. And then I'll go back to the video. Mountain View, California. Price per tile, $58. Available resources, fresh water, sand, limestone, iron ore, wood, coal, oil, and gold. What the fuck is this? Oh, I can actually see who owns it. Why? Fucking why? Chat keeps saying 1-to-1, but I don't believe that. I think they're getting confused because on the website, the scale is 1-to-1. So, like, they're claiming that they have 1-to-1 scaled the entire Earth in a game that doesn't have any loading screens, pop-ins, incredible detail, of vegetation, plants, and life. Like, I think they're getting confused with all the dog shit. This one, I believe, EUSD is about 33 cents. That sounds a little more reasonable. That's euros. Oh god, yeah, that sounds like Twitch chat. It's their own currency. So it's not fucking euros, Christ. Either way, dude's got fucking over 500,000 EUSDs invested into this game for no fucking reason. And it's not even, I don't know why I'm calling it a game. It is literally Google Earth, but they put a grid on it and are selling individual squares.
Who'd have guessed the man behind Earth 2 wouldn't be able to substantiate his 20-year professional history? His oldest online presence is of his LinkedIn profile, which has been online for only a few months. Kind of sketchy, right?
No, that sounds reasonable. The people who are getting scammed will never watch nor believe this video if they do find it.
People to at least check in on.
Everyone's too smart to be scammed until they give their credit card info to a guy on the phone. Says that their computer has a virus. And I've never heard of that select, but I can check it out. Is this... Sorry to pause again. So, Trayer made an account and says it's 1-to-1. So if you want to buy an EUSD, it is 1 USD. And then I saw other people in chat saying the same thing. Holy fuck, that's even more pathetic then. Oh my god. That's fucking wild. Imagine being the dumb asshole who put nearly 600 grand into a non-existent dog shit concept. Oh my god, I can't believe it. With old people who get telemarketer scammed, it's like, oh my god, you know, it almost makes sense. Like, they're kind of old, they don't know what the telephone is. But that guy, no doubt, he has like a high-paying job, big salary position. He's like, you know what, I've got the next big thing. Earth 2, I'm gonna make a fortune selling my fucking highway grid. Oh.
Easy money virtual real estate. Use my code down below. Like, this shit is disgusting, frankly.
My god, he has so many Earth 2 videos. What the fuck? Everything is an Earth 2 video. Holy shit. What do his comments say? These things are always so deep. I get so invested in this. Who is this? Matt Lorian. Most people are actually calling it out. They're just dropping like Xbox Live arcade codes in the comment, so I don't really know what that's all about.
Do not put money into this. It's a scam. I've emailed them many times over 3 months and still haven't sent my withdrawal.
Yeah, most people can immediately recognize this as a scam, I would
before
think.
Going to, and which oftentimes will
Let me see
stop
that again.
working to actually. I think you actually.
Full legal name, address, account name, email, exact bank account number, phone number. Oh my god. How? How can there be a single person that has a bank account, first of all, that would be comfortable giving all of this to anything? I wouldn't give this to, like, my own fucking mom if she asked out of nowhere. How? Seeing this right away should tip you off, like, I should never fucking associate with this. Like, not only could they take all of your shit, or withhold all of your shit, they could take shit from you too. It could literally be identity theft. You are paving the way for it. I'm surprised they don't also ask for, like, security questions, like, what was your first dog, your mom's maiden name, and stuff like that. Just in case. Do they also need a blood sample? Yeah, if you scroll down, I bet. We also need to do a urinalysis.
The initial purchases are very, very cheap, but obviously they set the prices of the land. And obviously they...
I want to buy Area 51.
Thinking and looking
Can I own
they're
it?
making a bunch of money,
Then
and
visit?
they settle. We do not warrant the accuracy, adequacy, or completeness of the information on this website.
What does that even...
Nor do we undertake to keep this website updated.
Don't trust us.
It literally reads as the stuff on here, the pricing, like
It's all
who owns
garbage.
what, however, you know, gamer groups, whatever it might be.
So what do we
families,
do
whoever
about it?
is, you know, their grandmothers, etc., are going to be logging on Facebook and seeing
How do we
what's little
stop
Johnny
them?
talking about. So if you did enjoy this video,
Check
the way
the
that you let
subreddit.
me know is leave.
That is fascinating. I actually can't fucking believe how easily people get scammed these days. Wild. Fucking wild. That's literal no effort. In their own terms, they're like, we might just walk away. It's like, yeah, okay, fuck it, I'll put 600 grand in there. What's their subreddit? Let me check it out. Oh god, the subreddit's in denial. Oh boy. I'll just read you an excerpt. I am holding my tiles and I am not selling anytime soon. I believe in this project and I feel good when I see people think of this project as a scam because of their lack of research. It just shows you how this project is futuristic and it's out of their league. That gives all the first movers the advantage to jump in this market early before it gets saturated in the future. That makes me more excited than pissed off. Someone needs to get their dad off Reddit ASAP. This is bad. You should never be celebrating when the majority of people with like a 4th grade education recognize the shit you put money into as a scam. Don't get excited, get scared. Get your shit out and run. That is so fucking sad. I can't even be mad at someone like this because I know for a fact that they're probably very innocent. They've never played RuneScape, they've never been scammed, and they just refuse to believe it. So this video actually, or not this video, this John's video got posted, and the community was not excited. So this video got posted saying, Earth 2 with the biggest exposure yet, this is going to blow up big. Top comment, haters gonna hate. There's a post that mentions me. On this subreddit? Where? Well, now I just feel bad. And by that I mean, don't feel bad at all. The post is basically saying the devs need to release actual game footage immediately. I'm just going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that'll never come. I can say with a high level of certainty, they probably don't really give a fuck about that. I don't think it's coming. Not to shit on Christmas for you. The top post is then saying, if I or Asmongold cover it at the state it's at right now, it'll forever cripple the project. They have to release something now, even if it's in a primitive state. I guess I mentioned here because I talked about Dreamworld. So I guess that's what they're referring to. But man, just pull out. I'm not your dad, but now I just feel bad reading that. Just get the fuck out. I know you're not like able to, because it seems like they're not processing exits like payments you're due, but just try. It's so fucking sad. Like, I can't even really be mad at the people, man. I really can't. Like, reading these, they seem like nice people. Like, the people that have really committed to this and bought into this dream, they seem like friendly, nice people. Even these videos that are calling it a scam in their title, they're like, you know what, just let's respond calmly to this and talk about misinformation. And then they put $600,000 into this. Is it crypto, though? I didn't get that impression from Kira's video, and going on their website, it doesn't seem like crypto. You're paying 1-to-1. You are quite literally just taking a US dollar and paying for the shit in the game, and then you get a US dollar with an E in front of it. It doesn't really seem like crypto. Because it's not like an in-game currency, right? They pay you in USD and you just extract it? Or that's how it's supposed to work in theory, it just doesn't work? Yeah, I get it's treated like NFTs. Basically, you're buying nothing. Literal fucking nothing. So is there any new information that we haven't covered? Because otherwise, I think that's about it. It's definitely worse than I would have expected, to be honest. I think that one's a far more evil scandal than Dreamworld. Dreamworld was an ambitious project that never had a single fucking chance of being made, but at least they put something there, albeit dog shit. This is an actual just money grab. I think some of you still remember where you were the exact moment Flappy Bird was taken from us, God rest its soul. Some of us still bear those scars. Flappy Bird was one of the biggest mobile games to ever release, at least for its time. It felt like every phone on the planet had that puppy installed. That was as close to global unity as we've ever come. That and Pokemon Go. But Flappy Bird was a phenomenon. When I was in college when it came out, and I remember it swept like a plague. People started to care a lot about Flappy Bird high scores. It became like a status symbol. Anyone who broke triple digits was treated like a god on campus. They were a celebrity. But as they say, the star that burns brightest burns out quickest. The creator of Flappy Bird announced that he was feeling immense guilt over how addicting and how popular the game had become. So he announced that at the height of its popularity, where he was making like $50,000 a day from this, he would be taking it down. And by golly, I tell you what, sports fans, he was a man of his word. Down it stayed. It was banished to the Shadow Realm, and it's been a decade. And then out of nowhere, the resurrection. It was announced Flappy Bird would be coming back, the original Flappy Bird. But that was a fucking lie. It tried to mislead people into believing that this was the original Flappy Bird, you know, and it hinted that the actual creator of the game was involved, even though he wasn't, and it's actually just a crypto scam. It was there to peddle NFTs. Whoever's behind this is an absolute fucking buffoon. NFTs in the year 2024, you've got to be off your gourd. You might as well be trying to sell fucking fidget spinners on the blockchain. Like, you're so tardy to the party, old man. But crypto scams, I know, do still exist. I know people still fall for them every single day. But I think the majority of people, when they see crypto or NFT anything, they treat it like someone yelling bomb in an airport and start running the other way. Also, the actual creator of Flappy Bird, Dong Nguyen, just posted a tweet confirming he has no involvement with this project at all, and then condemns crypto. Turns out what actually happened is the smooth-brained stooges that are still sucking on the teat of NFT scams noticed that the trademark had been abandoned. So the copyright was inactive, and they swooped in and took Flappy Bird since Dong Nguyen didn't, you know, refile for it or anything like that. So they were able to take Flappy Bird. At least that's what's currently being reported here, and that really does track. That seems par for the course for NFT scammers. So they grabbed Flappy Bird knowing that it is a name that everybody remembers, even a decade later, and they try and do a quick pump and dump crypto scam with it. But they didn't anticipate that everyone would catch on so quickly. I imagine there still will be a few people that don't know and they'll see Flappy Bird hit their phones and be like, oh, Flappy Bird's back, and they'll download it, and hopefully they don't end up losing a lot of money in it or whatever. But it's not actually Flappy Bird, it's not actually coming from the creator. It is legitimately the lowest effort crypto scam that we've seen a million times before. But they did go through the effort of making a cool hype up trailer for it.
The latest gaming sensation, Flappy Bird.
Flappy Bird.
Why is it so hard?
Downloaded more than 50 million times.
It is the number one
app
in over 100 countries.
It's a global sensation.
And people going crazy by the addictive nature of the game.
Until suddenly it was game over.
The mobile game Flappy Bird has been taken off the Apple App Store and Google's
Users across social media expressing their disappointment.
You can't play Flappy Bird anymore.
Rest in peace.
Looking back on this 10 years later, it really is crazy how big Flappy Bird was. Especially for back then. Things didn't travel as quickly back then. Nowadays, you'll have shit pop off out of nowhere thanks to things like TikTok, and everyone has more access to things. But 10 years ago, it wasn't quite like that, and yet Flappy Bird still took the whole world by storm. I still remember, like, really grinding hard to try and be a triple-digit Chad, and so did a lot of my friends. In my psychology course in particular, me and a buddy of mine used to treat that like a fucking battlefield, where we'd just be playing Flappy Bird the entire time, just trying to get to triple digits. I don't remember if I ever did or not. I think at some point I probably cracked into that. But anyway, I personally look back fondly on Flappy Bird. It is such a shame and it's sad that the creator felt miserable for what he created here. He delivered something that I think a lot of people really appreciated, and in a lot of ways it was one of the few times that a game became so big that even people that don't play games were talking about it and in on it. It was cool, it really was. So interesting how there's no mention of crypto or NFTs in this trailer here. Trying to keep that as under the radar as possible, flying real low with that information, because they know if people sniff that out, they would hate this, and they would rightfully avoid it. But it is indeed a crypto NFT dog shit product that they're going to try and just use the goodwill of the old Flappy Bird name to try and get a few suckers to buy into it. A classic in the crypto community. I checked the Flappy Bird Twitter to see if they were going to even acknowledge the information that came out about the creator not being involved in it being all crypto based. But they're not. Instead, they announced that Flappy Bird is on Telegram. It's landed on Telegram, what everyone's been begging for 10 fucking years. This is the biggest news since JFK announced that we were going to the goddamn moon. And you can join the Flap-a-Ton event now? Oh my god, it's everything we've always wanted. Just look at how excited the comment section is, filled with very real people expressing their very real excitement. Like our good pal Kimmer, who said, I was hooked on the combination of old and new features of Flappy Bird, and then only 9 minutes later they had to say something again because they were overcome with so much joy. They said, Flappy Bird rose from the ashes again, testing the limits of my game abilities. Every single fucking comment looks like those fake Amazon product reviews that just say, good product, did like. Especially Kimmer. Kimmer just can't stop fucking yapping about it. Here's another one from Kimmer only 6 minutes later. The resumption of the Flappy Bird flight looks like a flash of nostalgia. And if you thought Kimmer was done commenting on this post, you've lost your goddamn marbles. Kimmer came back only a minute later and said, Flappy Bird takes off again. Once again surrounded by other glowing reviews from Flappy Bird enthusiasts, all of which seem to curiously have crypto ties in their profile. and they all kind of read like bots. But when it comes to crypto, it's always really hard to know what's a bot and what's a person who's just been brainwashed. There's not really a difference. They basically just become a crypto bot in the end anyway. But every single comment's kind of the same shit about Flappy Bird. I'm so glad it's back, and the Web3 features make it even better. I'm all in for this new Web3 edition. Can't stop flapping on Telegram. Adam, that sounds like a threat. That sounds like you're up to something nefarious. And don't worry, Kimmer is back. If you thought Kimmer was done posting on this thread here, you're a fucking idiot, because Kimmer had a lot more to say. Who would have thought that clapping could be so fun? I think they meant flapping, unless they're just sitting there at their computer just giving this game a huge round of applause. It's so weird how, out of the 400-something comments on this post that's only an hour old, almost none of them mention any level of distrust with the product. No one's mentioning the information about the creator not being involved, despite misleading people into thinking that he was. That's odd how it's only people that are really excited about all the Web3 capabilities, and especially Kimmer, who hasn't been this excited since the day of their birth. It's weird. I don't know. Something smells a little fishy there. But I'm not here to insinuate that the Flappy Bird team might be using bots to promote the game. No, that's way too low for crypto scammers. They wouldn't do something like that. It must purely be a coincidence that so many accounts are posting so many times saying almost identical things in the comment section here. That's all it is. But yeah, wanted to talk about the big Flappy Bird scam here. That's really about it. See ya. Okay, I'm just gonna watch the fucking breakdown video, because the Reddit threads and reading the comments, they're starting to, like, compile into this multi-dimensional argument with different theories going on. Who made a video about Blue Box? I know Mudahar talked about it on Twitter.
Oh, wait, literally as I'm making this video, I'm seeing this new tweet.
The
patch is
Vulcan
now live.
And Coin. Oh, he's gonna... Yeah, this is a good trailer. I just watched this with you guys. This was nuts.
That's it. That's the whole freaking thing. Blue Box Games
That
Studios.
walk cycle
this
is nutty,
allegedly an indie game dev studio that has been embroiled in conspiracy, as people suspect that their upcoming project Abandoned might actually be related to Silent Hill or Metal Gear or just something Kojima related. The creative director of the Abandoned project, his last name, translated from Turkish to Japanese, is Hideo, as both words mean hero, and so that one especially got...
This is a big, for those that don't know, this is like a big scam thing that we're trying to learn about.
At one point tweeted out, while I sympathized with them at first, then they decided to release this tease, a tweet that reads, "Are you ready? We are," and you get the Abandoned logo here that uses a font that is damn near identical to the one used by Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, Portable Ops, Peace Walker, and the Metal Gear Solid Legacy collection. And in the back,
seems like a pretty normal font.
Of a man wearing how the marketing.
This is probably just one guy fucking with gamers.
Baiting that fan base.
Though didn't Sony tweet them out, so maybe not.
Back in June 20th, it was announced that this trailer app that would allow people to watch a real-time rendering of their trailer instead of a video version of it.
Why?
Originally,
who cares? That's super dumb.
June 22nd,
it's a dumb idea for an app.
Until August. Then on July 11th, an exact release date was provided with a tweet that reads, "We're excited to announce that the Abandoned Trailers app will be available to preload free of charge for all PS5 users on July 29th.
And Jimmy Kimmel is live!
On August 10th. And
Let's
those
go!
plans have been derailed, which it asks you to... It shows the Blue Box Game Studios logo. It asks you to pick a language, eventually. And once you pick it, you get a message that says this application does not contain any playable content, yada, yada, yada. All content is rendered 3D images and therefore not a high quality
Whoever's behind
video.
this is a genius.
But after
testing
that,
the patience of gamers.
Says, check back. You'll get a glimpse to what you see is what you play, along with some announcements to look out for. See you on August 10th.
Amen.
From there, just hours, or I believe even just minutes before this introduction was set to launch on this trailer app, Blue Box tweeted this, a teaser, and it doesn't show a whole lot, but it gives you, I guess, a glimpse of the graphics of this game. All it shows really is some wooden plank flooring alongside a man who's walking through it.
Goddamn right he is.
The camera and the content that was supposed to release for it was delayed literally on the hour when they realized that there was an issue with the patch that was supposed to show off
it's very advanced
this app
tech.
was meant to show off.
It showed a man walking. Like, that's fucking nutty.
IGN. Quick update. We are still working on it. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience.
Let me check. I want to see their Twitter real quick. We haven't looked at their Twitter. We've only seen Hassan's Twitter. I'm actually pretty curious what's going on over there in that wacky part of the world. It's so dangerous to click on these, but I want to read what people are saying, but I know I'm going to see Council of Cock. I'm smarter than that, but god damn it, the curiosity is getting the best of me. I'm going in, I'm taking the risk. Oh. Well, Twitter blocked it for me. There's probably a Council of Cock right here.
And then on August 12th,
Exit
which
Tier
is
1
just
Omega.
yesterday, they tweeted out this. We ask everyone to calmly wait for the patch.
Yeah, they deleted all of this.
We are 100% real and are working on a passionate game we believe in. This is what happened. We dealt with multiple engine issues that occurred last minute after we spotted a graphical glitch. And it's a very vague explanation that has people scratching their heads and raising their eyebrows. For that, we wanted
you
to
just
do a
don't
quick
understand.
update. We're almost there as most of the testing is completed.
This would brick
We'd like to thank
consoles.
you
It was
again
so
for patience
powerful.
and apologize. I'm all for giving developers the time that they need. When you're constantly announcing release dates and delaying and announcing and delaying, especially when it happens at the last minute multiple times, and in this case happens on the day off, on the hour of, I mean, that just shows
that's gaming,
a lack
baby.
Of something, a lack of organization, a lack of
respect,
a lack of experience. Let's actually boot the app up and
I might
see what
speedrun
happens.
this game.
First, let me check and make sure
Or this
that
app,
this is
rather.
the latest version of the app. It's worth noting that this patch is 5 gigabytes, just a little over 5 gigabytes. So, I mean, there
it's
better
mining
be
crypto
something substantial here
through the
hope.
PlayStation.
Actually, I found the clip. Be warned, you will be thoroughly disappointed. So here it is. You pick the language. You get the message here before taken to this menu. Where we're shown that. Yeah, I don't know what Blue Box is thinking anymore with this.
It's clearly a company that just exists to troll. It's not a real company. It is absolutely not a real company.
So here it is. Welcome to the real-time experience.
Their track record proves that. They just make games, get investor money, and then close down. We just looked at the timeline. They are not a real fucking company. It's even better the fourth time around. Let's go! Big walking.
That's it. That's the whole freaking thing. It just feels like they're dragging us along at this point. It feels like they're trolling, to be honest. So that clip,
that's what they're doing.
I showed you, the one that they tweeted on August 10th, and I thought it might be just like a little piece.
But it looks better in the PlayStation 5 engine,
10th, but it's
their
literally
app.
the whole thing. So what's the point of the real-time trailer app and getting everyone hyped to see something that's already been tweeted? I'm so confused by this. It doesn't.
Please tell me this is just someone memeing. There was a guy that streamed for 3 days straight only to see that 5-second clip. There's no fucking way you're being serious right now. No one. Nobody would do that. I have a very hard time wrapping my head around the idea that someone is that invested in anything they're not directly involved in. Let alone a game from a fucking non-existent studio that just pumps out wet farts to get investor money. That is so upsetting to hear. I feel so bad for that guy. But I have to wonder, why would they do that? So, before I continue, does he even talk about the timeline of the garbage Blue Box Studio has done since 2015? Because it seems like this is more focusing on their most recent blunder.
That one itty-bitty bit of footage justifies 5 gigabytes, but
that walk cycle is intense.
And what adds an
I can look that up later,
layer
Haley.
of apprehension to all of this
that's
is
awful,
that
Andrew.
the internet
That's sad to
is
hear.
starting to do their research on Blue Box, and they're discovering
Here we
the
go.
history of them abandoning projects and this whole cycle of delaying marketing over and over again and then nothing coming from it. Like, playable teaser for it was delayed because of technical issues, which is a very familiar story with what's been happening with Abandon and all of its delays.
The tech's just not there yet. Blue Box is too smart. They're too far ahead of us.
Kickstarter, they said that they will stream gameplay soon. The game ultimately never came out and was deleted from the IndieDB website.
That one's one of the better
Then,
ones.
In 2017, they announced a horror game called The Whisper coming out on June 2017. The game never came
Oh,
out.
what in tarnation? I can't believe it.
They announced a multiplayer horror game called Unseen Faces, also never came out.
Oh, what the fuck?
2019,
what are the odds?
2020 released a horrible horror game called The Haunting on Steam in early access. Game received 100% negative reviews.
Whoa, wait,
the
is
buy
this?
option.
I actually didn't finish reading this
that
one.
A big update was
Hold on, is that so? It said it removed the buy option. Is this still going to exist on torrent sites then? Hold on, I need to look this up. Give me one sec. I would love to see what they made. What the fuck? That's actually big. I didn't even read the rest of that. It's called The Haunting, right? Oh, here's the trailer. This looks exactly like the trailer they just released for Abandoned, right before a walk cycle. Holy shit! Wow! Do you think this was made in collaboration with Hideo Kojima? Damn, he's got her stun locked. This is not Fatal Frame, you swine. This is clearly The Haunting. They can't even almost make this look interesting in the trailer. It's just the same location doing the same thing. Holy shit. Oh, you fucked up. It looks like you can't actually lose the game. But you can win! Oh my god! This has everything you could ever want! Why even play another video game when this exists? I'm gonna feel really bad if this isn't actually theirs, because a couple different games came up for The Haunting, but this is the one that stood out to me. It's on Steam as Haunting Bloodwater Curse. Oh, let's go! Damn, they really did remove the buy option. Man, scams on Google aren't even... I don't think I can pull this up on stream, but some of these fucking websites, I can't imagine who falls for this. Like the very first one when I'm looking for one of these, maybe torrents, I won't say for sure, it says, download Haunting Bloodwater early, and the date that it was posted is October 4th, 2021. This man sent this shit from the future.
Presently,
yeah,
the short version
assholes,
is that this
right?
is a guy who has a history of making big promises and only half finishing the things he works on. He's a man with visions.
That's so... It undersells it so hard. From if everything on the timeline is accurate, which it seems it is, considering it's been corroborated from multiple different sources, then he has not only completed half of his work, he's completed none of it. The only thing he's completed was Curse of the Bloodwater, and it wasn't even a real game. We just watched the trailer. It's a single open area that you take pictures of 2 enemies of. And then they immediately took it off Steam because it didn't work. Like, it's not like he's got these big ambitions and he has this eye for quality, he just can't focus on it. It's like the guy from Jimmy Neutron that can never finish his sandwiches. It's not that case. It's a guy who is clearly exploiting these things, like for this, Hideo Kojima rumors. I don't know, it seems actually pretty fucked up to me. The more I read about, or the more I learn about the story. They have not released any product except The Haunting, and it was taken down shortly after because it didn't work, it wasn't complete, and it wasn't even really a game. So I just think that's a little misleading to say that. It paints him in a more positive light than I think he deserves.
A track record of abandoned
failure.
projects.
They have a track record of absolute failure and misinformation.
Not to get. I hope all of my suspicions
I've looked into
and
it, Jake, but I haven't played
it. Blue Box and Abandoned right now all turn out to be false, and that hopefully this is all just a hitch on the road of this project's journey. But
this guy's so positive.
Vague and unclear teasing, and
he's very optimistic. I like that.
What they're
Prove me wrong, Blue
Box. But that's just one man's take. Let me know in the comments below what your disposition is towards.
Yeah, I would not give them that courtesy. Yeah, no, I think they fucked up. I think they have a history of misleading people. All of these are allegations, of course, but to me it seems like it's a company that exploits investors and capitalizes off fake generated hype. So, to me, it seems like a scam, allegedly. Luckily, no one's paid any money for any of their shit, so they're just being scammed out of time right now. Imagine this was like a 6-year plan. Hideo Kojima approached Hassan in 2015. He's like, look, I need you to make the shittiest game studio you can think of. We are gonna fuck things up for 6 years for a grand reveal. When people believe in us the least, then we'll release Silent Hills. I'm sure all of you know that Dr. Disrespect has been working on a game for quite some time right now. And that's pretty exciting, until I feed you the poison here. I'm about to roofie your drink with this one. It's not just a game, it's a crypto-based game. It has a very strong NFT component to it. In fact, it seems like NFTs are the focal point of the game. That's the #1 thing they've been mentioning in regards to this project. So it's a play-to-earn experience, and these buzzwords, NFT, play-to-earn, crypto, are beyond detrimental to the hype of any project in 2023. People run away faster when they hear NFT than if they had heard someone shout bomb in an airport. It is a very negative implication when that word's tossed around because it's become so synonymous with scams and people losing their money or getting deceived by NFTs in the crypto space. So people have been dunking on Dr. Disrespect for his inclusion of NFTs in the game. And there's a lot I'd like to talk about with this. So to quickly give you a brief lore recap, the game is called Dead Drop. Dr. Disrespect is spearheading the operation, and fundamentally it is a Tarkov-style shooter, as I understand it, where when you drop into the game, you can find NFTs in the world, and if you extract with those NFTs, you can then turn around and sell them on the blockchain, so you can make legitimate money through playing the game. It's a free-to-play game, and you don't have to use it as like a money-making thing, but you can. The concept is cool, but I'm sure a lot of you that have your thinking caps on may have already identified a glaring issue with the entire core idea of it. But before really diving into the meat of it, I'd like to at least say, I always appreciate and applaud creators who go into different areas and try and create bigger things and make wild content, big projects. I always think that's great. And I'll shamelessly plug real quick, speaking of creators doing bigger projects, Godslap, issue 3's out right now. Issue 3 just dropped, baby. It's available at godslapbook.com. Also, issue 1 and 2 are of course still for sale there, and we got the 2 variant covers for issue 3 as well. So issue 3's out, go get it, godslapbook.com, baby. Read the best comic ever made. So I'm happy Dr. Disrespect is making this game, and I don't think it's going to turn out to be a scam. Hopefully this statement doesn't age like festering dog shit in 2 years when the game drops or whenever, but I just can't imagine that he would blatantly scam his audience because it would be career suicide. And I just feel like there's no way he wouldn't recognize this. It really feels like he wanted to set out to create like a really unique game and experience, but overlooked a lot of obvious problems that'll come from this. So let's talk about it. He posted this tweet a couple days ago. Imagine trying to extract with an item you discovered worth $100,000 on the chain. Think about the entertainment value as a viewer, let alone player. A new PvP experience is upon us. The concept of digital collectibles in an online game is so exciting to me, especially an extraction type of game. People saying scam and are just brain-dead headline followers. Same people that spend a ton on skins for an annual release game. Same skins everyone has too. Now, let's really peel apart this onion here. You've got to be huffing a fucking unreal amount of shungite to think for even 1 second with $100,000 on the line in your game that people won't cheat. Cheating is going to be a full-time occupation. It will become a real job to cheat in his game if there are items worth up to $100,000. Even if the items only go up to like $500, it'd be stupid not to cheat. You get cheats for fucking $10 and then try and steal items off players that are worth hundreds. It's a no-brainer. And in the crypto space, this is very common with something like Axie Infinity. Axie Infinity is a play-to-earn crypto game where the more you play, the more money you can earn. And do you know what's happened? It's become an absolute goddamn fucking disgusting, yucky cesspool of cheating, exploitation. There is an entire market for people paying less than a minimum wage overseas to have workers full-time grind Axie Infinity for them so they can make money off of it through the game. And not only that, they had this big hack where they lost $600 million. I'm going to say hack in air quotes here. I'm using that term real loosey-goosey because it's a very shady situation. They just so happen to get hacked and lose $600 million in the process. So more like Haxie Infinity, am I right? And this is a game worth billions. Meanwhile, Dr. Disrespect does not have billions behind his game. So how the fuck is he going to prevent something like that from happening in his? The point is, in the play-to-earn space, there is a lot of bad actors. In fact, there aren't any normal players left really for like Axie Infinity, for example. I'm sure there's like a couple pockets, a couple of holdouts, people playing for fun, but it's very rare. It is mainly just this stinky vehicle for exploitation and making money off the play to earn model with as little effort as possible. It's pretty gross. So that is absolutely going to be the case in Dr. Disrespect's game, where the only people playing are going to be the ones exploiting it for money-making purposes. Dr. Disrespect seems to believe that because it's free to play, and will hopefully be fun to play, it'll incentivize players to hop in the crucible with their boys, normal gamers like you and me, red-blooded, Gabe Newell worshiping gamers. They're going to be the ones playing my game, not these cheaters and these people looking to abuse our system. When that's just absolute wishful thinking, that is a pipe dream. You have to be Kegeling Shungite to really think that's going to be the core player base for a project like this. With a $100,000 fucking golden snitch on the line, $100,000 real world schmeckles, do you really think that Darren and the boys on the JV football squad are going to be hopping in to try and duke it out on the battleground to fight for that legitimately with honor? Absolutely not. It is going to be cheaters. And since it's an extraction type game, if the normal players happen to be the one to find the item, the cheaters are going to be the one to come around, kill them, and take the item and then extract before you ever even have a chance to fight back or do anything about it. And since it's on the blockchain, it's immutable. You can't really uncheat it. You can't funge the unfungible, goddammit. The non-fungible will stay non-funged. Like, it's a problem that you won't have a solution to. There isn't a single AAA gaming developer out there right now that has solved cheating. Every single developer has cheaters. Billions and billions of dollars go into anti-cheating and to prevent cheaters because it ruins communities and it ruins the longevity of a game. If there's a lot of cheaters, people will stop playing the game because the cheaters push them out. No one's been able to solve that issue. What chance does Dr. Disrespect Studio have of making sure no cheaters exist here? And with this kind of money on the line, can you imagine the frustration, the misery, and the unbearable sinking feeling of finding an expensive item only to have it taken from you by someone that's playing unfair? It's an experience that is going to be completely new here. He's not wrong. This will be a new PvP experience, but it's the worst possible one because you won't be able to combat cheaters. It just can't happen. People are cheating all the time in every game where it doesn't even matter. Games that don't even have like a ranking system or a leaderboard or anything, people still cheat in. Can you imagine how many people are going to cheat in a game where you're literally incentivized to do so monetarily? It's going to be non-stop. You won't have normal players because they're going to be pushed out by the bad actors that are playing the game for nefarious purposes and just greed, playing it to make that money, so they're doing everything possible to cheat and get those items to sell for money. Now let's take for example a game like Counter-Strike, where you can make like an actual full-time living through selling skins in that game. But the difference is, you're not actually earning the skins in-game. You're not competing over the same skin in a match, right? So you're not having to worry about cheaters, which there are a ton of cheaters in Counter-Strike, obviously, but they're not cheating in order to get skins through playing the game. Whereas here, the thing you're competing for is literally real-world money. So it's completely different. The way you make money in Counter-Strike is you're getting cases, you're getting keys, and you're hoping that you get good rolls on your skin, or you're doing some other shady shit under the table for skins, but you're never actually earning them in the game itself through playing against other players, whereas here, you're going head-to-head for those NFTs that are worth the money. It's a completely different landscape. And when asked why he's chosen to have it be blockchain-stored digital items as opposed to a server-side storage like CSGO, he replied saying that he likes the idea of having the digital collectibles have functionality in a different game that comes out 7 years later. That is a cool idea, long-term functionality of the things that you've collected, albeit it is a little unrealistic to assume that whatever you collect in Dead Drop right now will somehow still be able to be implemented in future projects without knowing what those projects are. The developers are going to have to program those things in. It's not just going to be able to slide over. Like, let's say you collect a gun in Dead Drop 2, or in Dead Drop, but the next game they make is a fucking hack-and-slash folk rhythm game. How the fuck is that gun that you've collected in Dead Drop going to somehow make its way into that game? They need to program it, right? That's a lot of development heavy lifting to implement 7-year-old items into a modern game that they're working on that there's really no crossover and probably no actual usage for. But it is a cool idea, and let's say they do decide that it's worth that time investment. This is an idea that can completely work without the blockchain entirely. We'll use Counter-Strike as another easy example. If I wanted my CSGO skins to translate over to CSGO 2 that comes out 7 years from now or whatever, they can deem it worth it to program a way of having those skins be in CSGO 2. It would just take development effort, just like it would in the NFT example. Like, the blockchain just provides the receipts to verify who owns what, but you can verify that outside of the blockchain too. You'd verify my CSGO skins right now for CSGO 2, be like, okay, he owns this, this, and this, and here's what we've done to program them into CSGO 2. Like, you don't need it to be NFTs. It can exist without it. Overall, I don't think this game is a designed scam. This isn't Dr. Disrespect trying to fuck his audience or anything. I really think he wanted to create something special and very ambitious. And he liked the idea, as most people would, of being able to play a game and make a living through playing that game. Like, who doesn't love that as a concept? But all of this assumes that everyone's going to be playing fair, and when it comes to money, when you're putting monetary value on the hours you play that game and the items you find, people are going to take the easiest path to get that money. And it'd be stupid not to, honestly, with $100,000 on the line for some of these items, apparently. Everyone is going to be trying to cheat to get those items. No one's going to be trying to play legitimately to obtain that level of wealth. And I don't blame them for wanting to cheat for that. That's a life-changing amount of money in this game. But yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this a little bit because it's clearly a huge issue with the project entirely. And I haven't seen a great explanation for how they plan on combating the cheating that would come from all of this. So it seems like an impossible task to ensure no cheaters exist in a game like this. But anyway, that's really about it. See ya. Did you hear about the former bank robber who scammed collectors out of $2 million with fake PSA-graded Pokemon cards? I imagine a lot of PSA-graded cards that get sold on like eBay and shit are just completely fraudulent. But no, I didn't hear about it. Let's go here. Let's look it up. Former bank robber accused of faking PSA gradings for Pokemon cards. I just don't appreciate people slandering him just for being a former bank robber. That's just a mistake everyone makes growing up. We can't hold people to the person they were. It's the person that they become. I don't like this headline. Despicable. If you can't trust a bank robber, who can you trust?
He's one of America's most infamous bank robbers. Back in 2014, David Rose interviewed 43-year-old Anthony Curcio, who promised he had learned his lesson and would never go back to prison. Tonight, though, we've learned he is now charged in a new
that didn't age well.
crime. Now,
that's tough. Who could have seen that coming?
$400,000 from a Monroe bank in 2008, getting away in an inner tube down on a local creek.
Now, flash forward and...
Whoa. This man made a getaway in an inner tube. What the fuck? Is he playing Grand Theft Auto? Say that again?
In 2008, getting away in an inner tube down on a local creek.
I gotta see how that played out. Bizarre bank robbery uses inner tube and Craigslist. 2008. Washington police are searching for a brazen bank robbery suspect after a bizarre heist and getaway. The suspect maced the guard of the armored truck before making his escape in an inner tube on the Skycomish River. Even more startlingly, he placed a Craigslist ad recruiting unsuspecting decoys to serve as diversion. Kind of big brain. The inner tube, though, surely there was a more efficient way. It's very cartoonish. People used to pull off the crime, didn't even know they were part of it till it was too late. He was wearing a dust mask, a particle mask. At first, I thought it might be a surgical mask. I still didn't think anything was wrong, just unusual. Then I noticed he had a pump sprayer. This reminds me of how Kim Jong-un killed his brother. You guys remember that story? Kim Jong-un hired... I don't remember who. He hired like just two random people, or it might have been one random person. I'm a little foggy on the details, to walk up and touch his brother on the neck with a poison-laced glove that pretty much killed him immediately. No, it was his brother. It wasn't his uncle. I'm almost positive it was his brother. That fact I don't think I got mixed up. But they had this whole plot, which was, I mean, it worked. They had this crazy nerve toxin, or yeah, I think it was a nerve toxin, a neurotoxin, something. They put it on this glove. They had the person wear it, and they had him go up and like brush against his brother. He immediately knew he got poisoned, tried getting help as quickly as he could, but died too fast. Yeah. Kim Jong-nam, the older half-brother of dictator Kim Jong-un, was assassinated at the airport in Malaysia. No, he fed his uncle to starving dogs. Yeah, see, that's super different. This is far more civilized. He learned from killing his uncle how to do it like a YouTube prankster way. With gloves and a tiny little slap to the back of his brother's neck, I think it was. Oh, he also killed one of his other uncles with an anti-aircraft missile. At least that's one of the rumors. Is that one true? I've never heard that. Kim Jong-nam death suspect thought she was in a TV prank. So this guy just pulled a page out of Kim Jong-un's playbook here, and it worked for him. Actually, Kim Jong-un copied him. He was riding his coattails, because this was 2008, and the assassination of his brother was in 2017. So, this guy is kind of the progenitor of the tactic. I'd really like to see that CCTV footage of him just fucking floating away on an inner tube with a big bag of money, giggling to himself as he does this.
Curcio's past and spoke to people who helped build this case.
Money, things are not the most important in this world. I promise you that.
What is?
Curcio, the former high school and college athlete, convicted of pepper spraying an armored truck driver and stealing nearly $500,000. For the last decade, Curcio has been on the up and up, speaking to kids about his mistakes, even authoring children's books. But now a huge difference to get a 10. In fact, according to the indictment, Bondarchuk and Curcio listed one of their cards, this '86 Michael Jordan, for more than $170,000. But the issue, investigators say, is Curcio and Bondarchuk were scamming buyers by creating counterfeit PSA grades.
It was about 10 grand. Yeah.
This guy's actually kind of famous on YouTube. He stars in a lot of videos like ex-bank robber attempts heist in GTA 5 and kids meet a bank robber. What? Kids meet a bank robber? Why? Why? That's so weird. That's so weird. What's the point? Why is that someone you want kids to meet? That's dumb. That's stupid. Like, you as a parent, like, all right, come on. Back it up. We're going to go introduce you to a bank robber.
People like DJ and many others.
So, hold on. Wait, let me see that one more time. After being put on notice, the cards and grades and labels were fraudulent. Curcio and Bondarchuk repeatedly attempted to and did sell these very same cards to subsequent victims, again with fraudulent labels showing an inflated grade from Company 1. Interesting. Man, they got this one place, Manhattan Marketplace, through approximately $225K in fraudulent sales to 8 buyers. Holy.
People like DJ and many others across the country out of $2 million. Now, the two accused fraudsters face decades behind bars.
Then I lost 5 years in prison.
Well, what does he have to say about it?
Curcio said he would never return to.
I spoke to federal officials today who tell me that Curcio is out of custody. So I went to the home that is listed as his address to try to get a statement or a comment, but nobody answered. Reporting.
Come on, that could have been another YouTube video for you, Anthony. Bank robber meets a reporter. That could have been another banger up there with the kids meet a bank robber video. It's a great sequel. What the fuck, man? You're not even thinking. You're not even thinking. I bet this is happening far more often than people want to admit, though. Him and Bondarchuk are certainly not the only ones doing this. Watcher even made a video covering his bank heist. It's called Unhinged Bank Heist of DB Tuber. That's a banger name. Fuck me, that's a great title. Rob a bank, 5 years in prison, sell fake Pokemon cards, decade in prison. Well, it's a repeat offense. So it's scaled up. Plus the amount fucking 4x'd almost. Well, actually more than 4x'd. Well, how much did they steal from the bank? I already forgot. But this is significantly more than they got from the bank, and it's the second time he's done it, so obviously he's going to get fucked harder in the face for it, rightfully so. Just a scumbag. He's just born to be a scumbag. He stole 400 grand. Oh yeah, fucking 5x'd it then. I found his children book, by the way. It's called My Daddy's in Jail. No, you're lying. You're fucking lying. That one I'm looking up ASAP. Give me 1 second. He called his children's book My Daddy's in Jail. No. Let's see. No, My Daddy's in Jail is a book by Janet M. Binder. So unless he's pulling like a J.K. Rowling, it's not... Wow. He's the illustrator. So they didn't trust him enough to write it. He did the art, though. Let me see this. Actually, maybe someone did like a read-through. Oh, well, that's sad. I don't know what I was expecting there. I thought this was just going to be the book. But the first result is My Daddy's in Jail and I miss him. Sorry to hear that, Sprout. That's no good. That's not good. The night Dad went to jail. Oh, God. But here, Anthony Curcio even made a trailer for it 8 years ago. Oh, my God. What in the fuck is this? Written by an ex-con, endorsed by PhDs, school principals, and judges. Awesome book with inspiring message. Holy shit. Okay, that's going to get this shit DMCA'd real quick.
Coming at you straight out of the birdcage. It's tough in here, G, but me and the homies riding hard, and it's all good. We ballin'.
Anthony. Oh my God. Oh my God. Holy. How did this guy get away with this shit for so long? Robbing banks, writing these weird fucking children's books, scamming Pokemon card collectors. Holy shit, this guy is is legitimately like biologically engineered to be a scumbag. From the womb to the tomb. God damn. Cool art. It was a mistake. I'm a good roach, I promise. Jesus Christ, Anthony. Imagine he puts a quote from Chanderbuck on the back, or whatever his name was. Something... Chabernacle or whatever. I forgot his accomplice's name. Super fast book cover making tips plus tour of secret office of author Anthony Curcio.
First off, I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me to be a part of such an awesome event.
Hey, no problem, Anthony. Hey, no, thank you for coming.
When I got the,
can you please, hey, Anthony, hey, put down all the trading cards. Anthony, no, those belong to the children. Anthony, put down their school. Stop stealing everything, Anthony.
2 months ago that the staff there reached out to me, and you know, I can't remember exactly what it was, but it said something like, you know, a lot of our students really like your books, and we were wondering if you could make a short video for us and explain some of the processes that go into it, and specifically the covers. So, for those of you that do not know me, my name is Anthony Curcio, and I am a children's book author and
The Boy Who Became King. LeBron James, the children's book. Did he get the rights to make that book on LeBron James? The Boy Who Never Gave Up. Stephen Curry, the children's book. That's so shameless, trying to just capitalize off their names for children books. Wow. Very cool, Anthony. You stole that too, huh? What an interesting guy. What an interesting guy.
Illustrator. So, does anyone know what I have in common with the greatest children's book illustrators of all time?
Absolutely nothing. Legitimately nothing, Anthony. Nothing at all. I already know what he's going to say, though. He's going to say, I didn't quit. I never gave up.
Anybody? Well, really not that much. But our stuff started.
Good one, Anthony. Actually, I didn't expect that. He's just like, yeah, literally nothing. I scam and steal from people. That's about it. That's all I got. All right, I'm going home now, kids. Hope you learned something. Bye-bye. Goodbye. No, I took everything out of your backpacks. Whine to your parents about it. What do you want from me?
Started the same way. The goggles on top and holding a book.
He's not a bad children's artist, to be honest with you. Like, legitimately, that's a decent style. I've been saying legitimately a lot when it comes to Anthony, when he's like the least legit person on the fucking planet. But that is actually not a bad style for a children's cartoon. Like, the style fits super well. It's a shame that he super sucks as a human being. It's a real bummer.
Airplane wings right in there as well. The book is, I think, to me, because you love my books. You know, you guys are on the other side of the country, and you're reading my books. I mean, that means the absolute world to me.
Thanks, Anthony. Hey, it's no problem at all, man. I can't wait for his new books to drop from his 30-year stay coming up in prison for his most recent scam and stealing. Those are going to be bangers. How painkillers can lead to heroin addiction? Why is Anthony talking on that too? Does he talk on everything? Does this guy, he's just a jack of all trades? Well, as a former heroin addict, I can tell you how I got there. And it all started with painkillers. I actually wrote 5 children's books on it. The day before devs got a Kickstarter going. Do they really? Thanks, membership bean. Anyone who donates money to them should be studied. Like, actually studied. They blatantly got scammed by the devs before. The day before devs return, reveal new game asking for a second chance. Day before developer returns from the dead and asks for a second chance. From now on, our development and marketing will be based on the principle of honesty. Brother, just give up. Go home. This isn't anime. You scammed so many people. Blatantly scammed so many people. Just take your money that you made from it and walk away. Well, actually, no, you know what? I bet there is a not super small number of gamers who are probably going to be like, no, I saw the potential. These devs have got it. They're going to make a hit game. I'll give them $50. So they're smart to keep exploiting that, I guess. There were people unironically defending the day before. Some of you might remember that. Saying like, it's just came out, we have to give them some time to let it really cook, and I think it's a great start. This game's going to be one of the biggest games ever once they really get the next couple of updates and patches rolled out. There is no community that's more easily exploitable than gamers. Devs do it all the fucking time. Let's check that Kickstarter. How much has it raised? 215 bucks. Cool. Let's see. I don't want to get DMCA'd. They probably just stole that music. And they're making a little party game. These are all the rage right now. This could be the one. They could overthrow Fall Guys and Stumble Guys with this one. Once you helped us create Fantastic through Kickstarter. Is that how it started? Man, I bet every backer really regrets that. They created a fucking villain. They created evil. It's like when they opened the sarcophagus to Emotep and brought it back to life. We sincerely apologize for everything that happened and are committed to making things right. We invite you to take a look at our plan, Fantastic 2.0, where we will share how we'll fix our past mistakes and are preparing to return better. Let's see. Download the plan PDF. I'm not doing that. You are probably going to install a crypto miner. I am not doing that at all. Why can't you just put it in plain text here? Why do I have to download your fucking PDF? I don't trust you even slightly. How about FAQ? We reflected on our past mistakes and initiated significant internal changes to drive radical improvement, discontinued the practice of involving external volunteers, and are now fully committed to a more professional approach. Honesty, transparency, and community engagement have become our top priorities. Having learned from our past mistakes, we've developed Fantastic 2.0, a plan for recovery. I'm not reading your plan. I'm not fucking downloading it. Just put it on your site somewhere. How do you plan to avoid past mistakes, and what specific steps have you taken to improve communication? It's not man, it is not just a communication problem. You lied about what game you were making. The game didn't exist for the longest time, and then you ended up just dropping an asset flip in an entirely different genre after taking so many people's money. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? It has nothing to do with communication. You're fraudsters. We're committed to honest marketing, actively engaging with the community through Discord, releasing development progress reports, and conducting beta tests before official launch. All of these steps are outlined in Fantastic 2.0. I am so tired that they keep linking this and referring to it. There's something very sinister there that they want you to download, and it's not a PDF file. That's going to be something else. Has the team at Fantastic changed? I don't know why I couldn't read that. Our team has become smaller, but it still consists of the same people who created all our previous games. Well, I'm super out then. Some team members are helping out on a goodwill basis. Oh my god, you're not even paying them. Some are juggling other jobs and some are working only in the evenings. You're not even paying your employees. Oh my god. That's a crime. What? They're not even paying them. And they just, hey, you know what? Maybe they are being more transparent and honest. Yeah, so we're not paying these guys. Can you believe it? Please fund our Kickstarter. It's not a crime. They're getting exposure. You're so fucking right. That is so true. I forgot all about the exposure dollars. Why is this even in the FAQs? Who would you like to thank? Who would ever ask that? Hey, devs at Fantastic, burning question. Who do you guys want to express some gratitude towards? What is this garbage? Holy. Thanks, Fantastic. Well, I've got a sneaking suspicion this will hit its goal. Gamers do not care. They get blatantly scammed time and time and time again, but they will keep investing in the scams. Cute character design, though, like the Flukes Fluglies. That's some Spy Kids shit right there, the thumb people. Make a pledge without a reward. Yeah, let me do that. Know what a great deal that is. Help Fantastic return for $3. You will receive our heartfelt thanks, a special mention on the supporters wall on our website, and an exclusive backer role in the Discord server. One backer. Cool. $20, you get the game. Oh, you don't even get the game for this. Ah, I didn't even register that. Cool. $20. You get a digital copy of the game for PC, along with an exclusive role in the Discord. Additionally, your name will be featured on the supporter wall. For $35. Get 2 digital copies of the game for PC, one for you and one to share. Both of you will receive exclusive roles on the community Discord. Digital Game Plus Back to Win t-shirt. Digital copy of the game for $45. Digital copy of the game for PC along with the exclusive Back to Win limited t-shirt. You'll also receive special role. I have a feeling that shirt's never going to come, but let me see. I'll assume that it's a banger of a shirt. 65 clams, 4 digital copies of the game, one for you and 3 friends. And then you get the shirt in the Discord. 75, you get... Wait, whoa. Wait, for $75 you don't even get the 4 copies here? You get a copy along with the hoodie. That's just worse value. $80, you get 8 digital copies and the hoodie and the shirt. $200, you get 1 copy, and your name is featured in the game credits as a special supporter. You should get bullied for that. You should actually get bullied for that. If your name is in the credits of this fucking game as a special supporter, you deserve to be spit on and wedgied. And then you get your shirt and hoodie. Jesus, it keeps going. $500. Copy the game and recognized as an executive backer with prominent mention in game credits, as well as your shirt and hoodie. It's the same thing. You're $300 for the same thing. You just gave it a different name. Executive versus special. God, another $1,000. Limited edition signature collection. Showcase your dedication to Fantastic's return. Ugh. It's like a cult. Digital copy of the game, the hoodie, the shirt, and a dad hat. And then you get the elite backer roll and name and credits. Cool. It keeps going. Holy shit, $2,000. Make your mark on Escape Factory. Your name will be featured on a prominent board within one of the in-game locations. And a copy of the game. And then your fucking swag. Your hat, hoodie, and shirt. $3,000. You join the development team. They refuse to pay their employees, but you can pay to be part of their team if you want. $3,000. Join our team. You collaborate with us in designing an in-game location and work closely with our artists to bring their custom monster to life. That's so fucking adorable. Holy. Pay $3,000 to do their work for them for free. Another tier. $5,000. Get your own in-game exclusive pet that will follow you wherever you go, making your adventure more unique. And then you get all your swag and shit. Oh, and a special video message. I keep forgetting about that. I bet that's a banger. $12,000. Enjoy an unforgettable dinner with the founders of Fantastic. Also, you're going to pay for dinner. You're going to pay $12,000 for the privilege of going to dinner with them and then paying for their dinner. I promise. I guarantee they're not covering your meal. Oh, and you're going to pay for your own flight out there, by the way. Dinner with them, $12,000, huh? Cool. What value? What fucking value? You don't even get the swag with it? Do you not? I didn't even read the rest. I assumed you did. Oh my god, you don't even get the dad hat, the hoodie, the shirt, or anything? Do you not even get to make your own custom monster either? $12,000 is actually just a dinner. You're literally just getting a dinner. Oh my god. Where do I sign up? Oh, there's a comment here. Escape Factory, let's go. Oh, it's Michael Superpacker. He's in the stream. Hey, Michael. It's crazy. Like, what? How are you here? It's like he smells when I'm looking at Kickstarter. This is the Air Umbrella Michael Superbacker. That's actually unbelievable. What a fucking legend. This dude's got some kind of like worm on my computer where he searches, like he's able to get notified whenever I touch Kickstarter. He just spent $12K on it. No, I think he probably did it. Yeah, he did like $1. He actually did a single dollar. Went from $2.17 to $2.18 just so he could leave this comment. Well, that was interesting. I'm gonna check back on this in like 5 hours, and hopefully that number's either gone down or not changed. This dev team should not be able to stay in business. They are scammers. Legitimate scammers. Someone in chat mentioned this, so I looked it up, and I definitely want to take a peek. So, apparently, there was a bit of a scam going on where 4 people have been arrested for saying that bears were attacking their luxury cars. And they had a person dressed in a bear costume to perform the attacks for the insurance fraud. Which is an incredible scheme, actually. They just bought something off Amazon, I guess, and said, hey, Eric, you mind coming over and just, like, slapping your hands on my car? 2010 Rolls-Royce ghost claim. I'm assuming that's the bear in there? All of a sudden he connects his iPhone with Bluetooth and starts busting some tunes, making himself real cozy in there. That is a big bear. Man, this is brutal stuff. This is brutal stuff. Oh, God. That bear is showing no mercy. Oh, my. The damage. Yikes. Whoa. Wow. What? Wait. It has 6. There's 6 claw marks here. It was a special bear! Fuck, born with an extra digit, just a fuck Rolls Royce. No! This was the worst possible matchup. The Chinese sun bear has arrived. Oh, that's true. They could have blamed it on a sun bear. It looks human-like because of the sun bear's loose skin. Similar thing happened at a zoo in China recently. That doesn't even look like a bear. I don't know why I didn't full screen it till right now. That does not look like a bear at all. That looks like an animal cracker. That is a terrible bear costume. Why is the neck so long? It just... What does it do? What? This is the... Man, hire a real bear actor. This guy's trash. What is he doing? He's going over there and like fucking touching the dash cam or whatever that is, the console. It just gives it a little slap. Come on, man. That doesn't even look bear-like at all. So this is a completely different one. Oh, wow, and the damage is even worse. It's totaled. Good God, the bear didn't just go in there and start slashing it to pieces. It went in there and had a full-blown orgy. My God, it's ruined. Ruined! Wait. Come on. Guys, really? Grow up. What? I thought like they had left the window down or something and the bear crawled in. I wasn't paying enough attention. This bear actually just walks up and opens the car door. Oh no! The cam's blocking it. Oh, is it? Is my... No, it's not. You can see that, right? Yeah, you saw it. Yeah, you can still see it. Yeah, I'll be doing Dark Souls 3 here in just a little bit. They should have left traces of honey in the car to really sell it. They should have. Oh, that would have been so big brain. The reason the bear came in and opened my car door is it must have smelled my honey. I went and got some organic clover honey from Publix recently, and I must have left it in the car. The strong aroma attracted the bear. They actually paid them too. What? So it worked for a little bit, I guess. And here's their costume they used. Very high quality stuff. They killed the bear. Yeah, they skinned it alive. God. Those sick bastards. Now they wear its skin. Oh. No. The footage is shocking. A brown bear, and there hasn't been one of those in Southern California for more than a century, breaks into a 2010 Rolls-Royce Ghost and seemingly using the door handle. That's such a banger line. I would have had no idea. And neither did they. Were arrested and charged with insurance fraud and conspiracy. Suspects are also accused of staging fake bear videos with 2 Mercedes-Benz and submitting these videos as part of a fraudulent insurance claim. The bear costume with meat claws was discovered in the suspect's home on Wednesday, according to the insurance department. Like, I bet they look so stupid in their mugshots, too. Like, how could this go wrong? It was the perfect plan. Freddy Fazbear was crazy for this? Yeah, damn. You're right. Freddy Fazbear is truly unhinged. Detectives then discovered 2 additional insurance claims filed for 2 Mercedes vehicles. All 3 insurance claims were filed with different companies and had the same date of loss, same location. They decided to tap an expert, just to be sure. Detectives enlisted the help of a biologist from the California Department of Fish and Wildlife to review the 3 videos, who agreed it was clearly a human in a bear suit. You don't know that. We don't know that yet. We don't have all the evidence. How can you afford nice cars and literally be brain dead? That is a lesson that people still have not woken up to. Having money does not mean that you are smart for making money. There are so many of the dumbest people on the planet that are crazy rich. Like, that's just the way of the world sometimes. Yeah. This one's got on-scene photos here of 2 of them being taken away. I can't believe they caught him. They didn't fall for the huge, nefarious scheme. It was bulletproof, too. Why even bother doing that, though? I don't understand. You already have a Rolls Royce. Why are you going to commit insurance fraud for 140 grand? And that's not even what that Rolls Royce owner got. That was like the cumulative, I believe. The scam cost insurance companies 141K. It's crazy that insurance companies even paid it in the first place. I don't know who their adjuster is, but they need to be fired. Like, they're clearly doing their job with their eyes closed. But, like, what the fuck is even the point if you already have the Rolls Royce? Like, that probably wouldn't even pay for the damages to it of, like, reupholstering it. Because it's a fucking Rolls Royce. So you just went negative for it. Oh, no, I know insurance is a scam. Matt and I were actually talking about this recently. Matt said if he was ever elected into office, the one vow he would make and then would just step down is that he would just completely just get rid of insurance. He would change that whole fucking system because it is corrupt from top to bottom. Insurance is a fucking scam. I've been saying it for years. Matt and I were just venting about it the other day. It is crazy. Like the hurricane, for example. I won't get too much into it. Everyone knows insurance is a scam. There's no reason to fucking rant on it. Everyone knows. It's preaching to the choir.